Welcome to Understanding Why, where math concepts are explained with models and multiple methods. In this video, we're going to be subtracting mixed numbers with regrouping. So I want you to think back to second grade, and if you were to do this problem of 32 minus 17, you would think about this in terms of tens and ones. Now, in my ones place, I can't do 2 minus 7. I mean, I can, but it will give me a negative number, and that's not what I'm looking for this problem. So what I would do is I would go over to my tens place and I would regroup or borrow from this 3. I would take 1 10 away, and that's going to become now 2 tens. Because I'm taking a 10 away, this 2 is now adding 10 to it. So this is actually becoming a 12. Now I can subtract 12 minus 7 will give me 5, and then 2 minus 1 will give me 1 for an answer of 15. So if I want to do this with mixed numbers, it's going to work the same way. So if I wanted to do 3 1/2 minus 1 3/4, I first need to find a common denominator. So my common denominator, if I count by twos, I would say 2, 4, 6. Well, this is already 4, so my common denominator is going to be 4, which means that 1 3/4 gets to stay 1 3/4. And 3 1/2 is going to become 3. And I'm going to jump from 2 to 4. I'm going to multiply by 2. Same thing on my numerator. So 1 times 2 will give me 2. And so now I have 3 2/4 minus 1 3/4. Now here is my dilemma. I cannot subtract 2/4 minus 3/4. It would be like saying 2 minus 3. It would give me a negative number. And again, not what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my whole number column, and I'm going to borrow or regroup a whole. So instead of 3, I now have 2 wholes left. And again, this time I'm not regrouping 10. These are not 10s, these are 1s. So I'm actually regrouping 1 whole. Now for each problem, this is going to be different. But in this problem, because we're talking about fourths, I want to regroup 1 whole in fourths. So I know that in fourths, 1 whole is going to be 4/4. So I'm going to regroup 4/4 and add that into my fractional column over here. If my denominator was 8, I would regroup 8/8. If it was 7, I would regroup 7/7. So whatever fractional part would give you 1 whole. Now I'm going to rewrite this problem one more time so it looks a little bit more friendly. So instead of 3 2/4, I now have 2, and 2/4 and 4/4 are going to give me 6/4. So 2 6/4 is the same amount as 3 2/4. It's just written differently because I have already regrouped. And now I'm going to subtract 1 3/4. So now I can do 6 minus 3 is 3. So 6/4 minus 3/4 will give me 3/4. And 2 minus 1 will give me 2. Nope, just kidding. It'll give me 1. So my answer is 1 3/4.